our third and final session, and that is John Dewey's early theory. Do you have any idea of who he is? Let's find it here. Before we dig deeper into the theories and philosophies of John Dewey, let us get to know him first. John Dewey was born on October 20, 1859 in Burlington, Vermont. He was married twice and had 6 children. In 1879, he graduated from the University of Vermont. After studying philosophy independently, he entered the graduate program in philosophy at Johns Hopkins University to receive his PhD. From 1884 to 1894, he had a position at the University of Michigan. In 1894, Dewey joined the University of Chicago, where he emerged his pragmatic philosophy. Major Dewey's educational theories were presented in these writings: My Pedagogic Creed in 1897, The School and Society in 1900, The Children and the Curriculum in 1902, Democracy and Education in 1916, and Experience and Education in 1938. How does John Dewey view education? For John Dewey, all education proceeds by the participation of the individual in the social consciousness of the race. That means the act of dealing with one another and interacting in a social environment are all proceeds of education. He also believes that the only true education comes from the stimulation of the child's power by the demands of the social situations in which he finds himself. Through these demands, he is stimulated to act as a member of a unity, to emerge from his original narrowness of action and feeling, and to conceive of himself from the standpoint of the welfare of the group to which he belongs. It only shows that for John Dewey, child's true education is based on how he applies what he learns in social situations. It is based on how he explores the society and the situation around him. The third one that John Dewey believes when it comes to education is that the child has his own instincts and tendencies, but we do not know what these mean until we can translate them into social equivalents. We must be able to carry them back into a social past and see them as the inheritance of previous race activities. Thus, we can say that for John Dewey, a child's learning and knowledge is only known once he was able to see it or to use it in social situation. Now proceed to Dewey's theories and beliefs on education. The first one is what we call experiential education. Dewey focused his concept of instrumentalism in education on what we call learning by doing or hands-on learning. This means that people learn best not by theory but through practice. Instrumentalism is a theory of knowledge created by Dewey in which ideas are seen to exist primarily as instruments for the solution of problems encountered in the environment. Dewey thought that people learn best through experience. Hence, we can also say that the more people do things on their own, the more that they learn better. He also emphasized on inquiry-based education. As we all know, inquiry-based education is a way for learners to stimulate their knowledge and sharpen their minds since they are given the opportunity to think and discover things on their own. Do you still have any idea about experiential education? Exactly. The one that we do in school are all experiential education. The way we allow our students to explore on their own, provide them activities, and give them tasks are all experiential education. The next one is Dewey's sequence of problem solving. He has 7 steps in which he discusses them as: first one, defining the problem; second one, analyze the problem; third one, determine criteria for optimal solution; fourth one, propose solutions; fifth, evaluate proposed solution; sixth, select a solution; and the last one is suggest strategies to implement the solution. All these sequence of problem solving are all in a systematic way, thus thinking that for John Dewey, he would always organize things in order to come up with better results. The next one is Dewey's belief on the school's role. Do you have any idea of what exactly is the role of the school in education? I know that as teachers, we always have that understanding of how we influence our students, especially in a school learning environment. Let's take a look at how Dewey viewed the role of the school in his theories. Dewey stressed the importance of education in school, not only as a place to gain content knowledge, but also as a place to learn how to live. Thus, we could say that the school is a place for students to become better and to learn how to live in the society. Thus, it should not only provide knowledge, but also teach life strategies to overcome challenges. He also believed that students should be actively involved in real-life tasks and challenges. By doing so, they become better individuals who are competent enough to face any adversities. The next one is the role of the curriculum. Dewey advocated for an educational structure that makes a balance between the child and the curriculum, which means, for Dewey, educational structure should not only be curriculum-centered or child-centered. Rather, it should focus and have equality between the two. He also rejected curriculum-centered view of education rather than student-centered education. Also, active curriculum should be integrated rather than divided into subject matter segments. For John Dewey, an active curriculum should be related with one another. It should be something integrated, and it should not only focus on the individuality of subject matter. Also, curriculum should be flexible and changeable. That is, in accordance to child's interest. It should reflect social life and social activities utilities. That is to say, it should deliver knowledge while also taking into account the interests and experiences of a student or a learner. Of course, we also have the teacher's role. How about you? What are your roles as a teacher? Definitely, we serve as facilitators and we serve as mentors to our learners. And that is also what Dewey believes in. He believed that teacher's role should be that of facilitator and a guide. Teachers should also be responsible for achieving the goals of the school, and learners' past experiences should be taken into account when it comes to teaching and learning process, as well, of course, the environment. At the same time, for John Dewey, the teacher should always be the one that would be of hands-on to their students. They become the partner in the learning process who lead students independently to discover meaning within the subject area. And that's it for our discussion today. Always remember, according to John Dewey, education is not a preparation for life. Rather, education is life itself. Thank you so much, my fellow educators, for listening. Till next time, bye!